Okay, we're back. So anyway, what I've done here is I snapped the line across the second rail up and straightened it all nice and straight. The first one I went off the fascia board. After that, I'm going to use a block that I've made with the span of 12.5 inches long. And that block will be my span between each one of my strapping 2x4s that I put up there. So that just makes my life a little easier when I'm up there. I don't have to deal with the tape measure as much. Once I get everything level, everything square, and everything straight, everything should just go to plan. Now I had started with, I put a blocking across the center to get all the joists in the right place, all the rafters in the right place. I haven't quite finished that yet. I got to come from the center to this side. So I'm going to try to do this probably from up top because it might be a little easier. If I can get up there, I should have no problem, but not as easy as it used to be 20 years ago. So, and I just lost my block. So what I'm going to do, get myself up here. So I dropped my block on the ground, so it's on the floor. So I'm not going to worry about the block at this second. So, everything up here is loose. So I got to be careful of that, obviously. I'm using treated screws here. I'd much rather be using nails, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this 2x4. Along the edge of it, right every 16 inches. And that'll keep my rafters all in line. Now this is only 12 foot span from the top to the bottom. It's actually 10-foot span on the, well, it's actually less than 10 foot, and about 9'6" span on the inside from header to header. Up on the angle, it might be about 9'9". I don't know, it might grow a little bit, but anyway. So the roof should be, all in all, it's going to be fairly solid. So we'll go as far as there for now, just because it's easier for me just to work myself across. I just have to be careful because everything here is loose up here. I haven't fastened it yet, so I gotta be careful with my step footing. I'm just going to mark my last 3 rafters. There's got a bow in it. I've got one right here. Where was it? Yes, it was. Guess I got them all. Okay. I thought I had one back here that was offset. Okay, everything there is lined up now. So now everything's 16-inch center all the way across the whole entire roof. It's lined up square to corner. It's lined up straight up and down. All these are straight up and down. Everything's the same measurement right across. Now I left that one in as if it was the second one. And the reason being is because I want to start off with the fascia. The fascia is going to be a foot out pass. It's going to be a fascia rafter there. And that'll start out a foot out pass. So that one there makes it so I'll make the measurement so it steps in to 3/4 of an inch, the same as you would frame up your stud wall in a house or a floor joist system or roof system. It just makes it easier. So the Menominal lumber 16 feet and everything will work out that every 3rd or 4th, 5th, 6th row or whatever I decide to make it in the pattern, we'll start out from a full piece and end up at a full piece. Now I didn't put the fascia rafter on either side yet. I'm going to put these overhangs on. I'm going to hang these over, and then I'll just snap a line, make sure that it's all good and straight all the way up through the top, and from the top to the bottom, and then I'll cut them off if I need to. Certain ones I'll have to cut off, and then I'll go again. So that's basically how I'm going to do this. Now, obviously, I'm here by myself, which makes it a little more difficult today. So it'd be nice to have somebody on the other end to look at the lumber, see that I am going straight with my center of my rafter to start off with. But we'll make it through. I always do. I am missing my pass load right now. Should be able to get it. Now I'm just putting 2 screws in each one of these 2x4s, keeping it down to my chalk line. Yeah. Make sure you stay in line with your chalk line. Mark. Sometimes these 2x4s will have a knot. It only takes 16 inches before they start walking themselves off a line, even though they may find themselves again on 32 inches. So you just gotta wiggle it back and forth until you get it, keep it good and straight. Now, now, I'm staggering these joints, and I have to get down for a minute because I dropped my little level or my measuring stick on the way up. It's just a whole lot easier with a cheat stick sometimes. Mhm. Thinking, thinking is I should have done is I should have tied a string to that little block and hooked it on my nail bed. Now I don't trip going through here because there's so much in there. Alrighty. Now I've recut a couple pieces, not to fit perfectly, but to just kind of give me my overhang a bit, and so I didn't have to do as much cutting up here. I'll have to recut them, but they just won't be 16 foot long, so I don't have 10 feet to cut off it. Now, there. Alrighty. So now, just so you know, I have scoliosis, so my balance is better some days than others. That's why I don't do a bunch of construction anymore, because it's starting to get to a point that's getting harder for me to be up and down. So, any of you that want me to frame roofs up, I can still do it, but I don't want to. Because I'm good for a day and then I'm not good every day. So, So if you have one that's just being a little bit of a bugger and it's not going to go down to your line, if you toenail a nail on the side of it, you can beat it around, push it down or up, depending on what side of the board you're going. Okay. I'm just checking my pattern here. I don't have enough up here to make a pattern. I don't have the saw. So I'm going to do, try not to trip myself. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one. So I've already cut it. Use it for a starter. Yeah, little bugger. Damn it, lost my block. Oh, no, I didn't. Still in the wood where I left it. Okay. Alrighty. Now, take a measurement of what I think it's going to be. I'm going to have 1 foot overhang, so I'm guessing that foot mark is over that line, I bet. So I'm going to make it 80 inches. That'll give me a little bit longer. I can recut it. So 80. So just going to stagger a few cuts back, and then every 16 inches from 80. So I'll make them 16 inches longer, and that'll be my pattern going up through here. It'll be a stagger pattern. We'll lock the whole roof assembly together and keep it from being able to break in just one point. So basically, if the pressure comes down, it's not going to just break in the center because all the joints will be there. It'll be spread out throughout the whole entire roof. If I don't find it, I'll switch it up maybe and start from a full one that way, just to kind of make sure that I got good spans and locks it all together nice. So. Starting out at the center of the rafter, give myself 3/4 of an inch for nailer strip. That's at the butt joint of each row. This is a lot easier with 2 people up here for sure. But I'm showing you that you can do it by yourself with no issues, hopefully. Again, on this one, I need to shove it down a little bit. I'm going to just drive a spike in there on the side of it and pull it down where it needs to be. Perfect. Alrighty. So I got to jump down and grab an 80-inch piece for the other end. And I think something like could continue on this one, I suppose. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to switch up to nails or spikes. I've got some 3.5 inch or 3-inch nails, I guess. Galvanized Ardox, and I think it's going to be a lot easier to deal with. These screws are treated and they don't quite fit the bit. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But I'll leave the drill right up there. I still haven't put my blocking in yet for the rafters between the header. Well, nothing like making a fat guy skinny. I don't know. I'm going to get my nail bag out. Okay, now I'm going to go back over here and cut myself an 80-inch piece. I've already got it marked, I just never cut it. Got myself an 8-foot piece as well. Notice the measurements are staying upward at 16 inches. So that's my rafter span. Then I'll recut 4 inches off it to square it up at the edge of the roof. There. Now I'm going to go get my nails. Not sure that these nails are going to work because I think they're smaller than I thought they were. I think they're 3 inch. I want 3.5. I guess they're 3 inch, but I don't know. I just feel a little bit small around. All right. So now, going back up. I'm going to get myself in here diagonally. The only way I fit up through the span. Good. Now, go back and finish my row off. Oh. Okay. But real with me, because that center brace that I put in now has to come out because I'm already at the center. Yeah. So we start at the inside of the wood because I want to make sure that I'm 3/4 of an inch on my rafter. The windy side of the wood here. Just need something longer. Catch it. So drive 2 spikes in there, that'll do it. Not gonna go anywhere. Okay, there's the start of 3 rows. Get back down here where I belong. Now I'm gonna have to take my center brace off. Oh, looks like I did a boo-boo. Shouldn't have had that 8-foot piece. And the reason why is because I'm going to be on my last joist, or last rafter, for the cut, and I don't want that. So I might have to put a little block in the center of this row and just overhang it. You don't want a one foot piece at the end, that's for sure. I'll And to be as solid as the rest of the roof. Got my block. Just noticing that I didn't finish this row off when I screwed it. Fix her up right now. Aha. Well, not as much fun as it was 20 years ago. What? Yeah, you stand right there so I can drop my drill on you. Realizing walking this plate is not as easy as it used to be. Too many trip hazards. Yeah. I can walk them after I get strapping on, step by step.
If it was me, I would put like a couple mattresses on it. Fall hazard. Real man likes to get the ground hard. No. You like to? Fuck yeah. When I fell on the stairs. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't like replacing the phone. Cost you like in Scotland, they should have made the phone tough enough to fucking take it.
Well,
Yeah,
like, there's nothing on the time that I was up at the top of a ladder, 15 feet in the air, getting to the eave of the barn I was working on, put metal on it, and the ladder slipped out with 1 foot on.
a moment, I was like, wait, how'd he get up there? Then I remembered he has a ladder on the side of his trailer. That's not how I got up there. Oh. Can't do that again. Yeah, but if he tries to do that again, if he tries to do that by going down, to go down, he'll have to use that.
Stacy's skinny little fucker.
No, he's not.
He could fit through an 18 by 18 fucking hole.
No, it's not. It's 12 and a half by 12 and a half.
Oh, that's not good.
But it's probably like 16.
Oh, yeah, hold that there.
Diagonally, and that's about the max I can fit through. So,
Just jump.
my hand I got when you get in.
Cloud's moving quickly. The ladder's as stable as your head.
Root's pretty stable, I give it that. It's not shaking. Let's take all those webs out of it, it would be.
More
It's
and more
not
freaking,
framed in down there yet.
more and more freaking sturdy as you get more down.
Yeah, I get the braces underneath. It's Alright, I lost my video. My phone turns sideways.
Ooh, that's cold. That's cold, baby.
I didn't want to say that loud.
Yeah, that's rude. Dude, run over again?
We're still videotaping the ground. Look at us go.